The CoinDesk Spotlight is brought to you by Nexo, the place to earn on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more.
Layer 1 smart contract protocol Solana is down 45% year to date. Nevertheless, the founder of the Ethereum competitor is bullish on Solana's future. Earlier, I had a chance to speak to Solana Labs founder and CEO Anatoly Yakovenko at the Crypto Bahamas Solana Hacker House. Have a listen.
It seems like every other day there's somebody posts a chart of us hitting all-time high in activity on the network. So that's always a good sign. Just the number of users, number of applications launching, especially NFTs. It seems like it's growing like crazy.
Tell me a bit about what are the NFT marketplaces for Solana, and regionally, what are the most popular countries or regions that are using Solana?
So Magic Eden, I think, is the biggest marketplace right now. But OpenSea, which was the big one on Ethereum, they also launched support for Solana as well. And I think the last 24 hours, this NFT drop called OK Bears had the 40% of OpenSea's volume, like including Ethereum. So that's been really exciting.
All right. So what in going forward, you see the use cases being NFTs, will gaming involved, play to earn games, or?
I think everything that seems to be gaining traction in these platforms is DeFi under the hood. So even though it's NFTs or like a play to earn game like Steppen, there is like a DeFi component to it, and that's, I think, the magic of the space is that this is a new business model that's separate from advertisement. It doesn't steal anyone's data. They don't shove you ads that you don't want to, or twist your arm to get a subscription. It's purely users engaging and participating in these networks, and the platforms are able to monetize that. And that's, I think, very transformative.
And are these new projects, or is a lot of it, what was done on ETH is now being done on Solana?
No, Steppen is a totally new game, and I think they're hitting close to like 1 million users, which is really, like one of the first breakout crypto applications. And you see games like Mini Royale, which is also at around 800,000 users.
And regionally, are you seeing Solana used more in certain continents or countries than others?
It's the network, I think, is agnostic, but there's certain applications that are more popular. I think Steppen is really popular in Japan. And like different NFT sets are targeting different demographics, different regions. So it kind of varies.
So in February, we saw the Wormhole exploit where $320 million was sapped from the Solana ETH bridge. So when that happened, walk me through that when you heard about that, and what was the process to regroup?
Oh, man. Well, when I heard of it, like my stomach kind of twisted. It was really scary, right? Smart contract risk and implementation risk, I think, are the biggest risk factors in smart contract platforms. But the Jump crypto team that built Wormhole and is supporting it, they are, I think, the most dedicated true believers in the space. And they had, by the time I heard of it, they had already had a patch that was being deployed, plus decided to refund and make all the users whole. So
what are the lessons learned from that whole exploit?
I think the big lesson is that implementation risk is a real thing, and this is a whole new way to build software, and it has to be bug free. That's the really hard part. And the tool,
we all wish.
Yeah, we all wish, but the tools that we need to build bug free software, they're not yet fully commercialized. So this is stuff like in academia that's been done for full verification and being able to automatically verify and validate software. This has not yet been a common practice across normal software development. But I think because of crypto, it will be. So that transformation is slowly happening.
One, is there any chance of recovering the funds? And with two, with Jump Crypto jumping in and backstopping the losses, is that going to be a precedent in crypto?
So I think you would have to ask Jump Crypto for that. I think it was their project, right? And they took responsibility for it. I don't think every crypto project has that option. Most of them are teams that are not funded with $300 million right on their balance sheet. They're actually quite small seed level teams, as you can see from the Hacker House. So that's I would hope that that's the precedent, but we'll see, right? That's a very hard decision to make for each individual team. I think in terms of
Recovering the funds.
recovering the funds, you would have to ask the Jump Crypto team. I don't know. I think what we've seen generally in crypto, it happens, like with the Bitfinex hackers got caught effectively, but it takes time.
You can track it on the blockchain. And in one case, in the more recent hack of $600 million taken from the Ronin Axie-linked Ronin network, it turned out that North Korea was behind the hack. What can you do when a state actor is trying to attack your network?
Yeah, that's a scary thing. But
Is there any idea of who may have been behind the wormhole exploit?
No clue.
And in terms of Solana, even before when I last met you was at last year's SALT conference, and that night I believe there was a network outage on Solana. And so going forward, what has been done to make sure things like that don't happen again?
So the network has been growing at such a rapid pace that at every time we 10x in terms of users, there's new engineering challenges. So that was one challenge. I think we grew more than 10x since then, and now sometimes you see congestion on the network. But these are engineering problems similar to what Twitter experienced during their boom times when they were growing like 10 million users a month.
So I wonder, there have been some critics who said that, Solana's become more centralized. Is that the case? And
no, in fact, I mean, even since we talked last year, the number of validators and nodes participating in the network has grown to a point that Solana is basically half of Ethereum. So given that Ethereum's value that it's securing is maybe 20, 30 times bigger, the amount of decentralization Solana has is only half of ETH.
Is the aim to become even more decentralized going forward?
The way Solana's designed, that if it was as big as Ethereum, I believe it would be 5 to 6 times more decentralized.